Hi crafters! So it's been a while since I've done an introducing and examples with series. Haven't bought a lot, but I bought some last week and this week, so I will be doing this as a limited run on the next few Saturdays and Sundays. So this is Simply Beautiful. It is a 13-piece stamp set. It is a 16-piece die set. This one I actually ripped off that because I think that I want to have these actually remain permanent in here. So I might do some tape or something on there. Anyway, so here it is, that 13-piece stamp set. You can see all the different images and some of the word sayings. And then we have the 16-piece die set. Some of these items actually correspond to the stamp set. Some are standalone. All right, so let's start with the stamps first. Oops, let me put that over here. All right, so let's start with the stamps first. I'm going to be using a lot of different sized blocks. And I'm going to be using some of my scraps over here on the side from other videos, just so I get some of my scraps down, because I have a lot of scraps piling up. All right, so let's take this first one. This first one is this flower. Grab my memento. Since it's a bigger surface, I want to go ahead and use my uninked craft pad that I actually inked with memento. Oh no, these are new stamps. So I thought that I had cleaned them, but they must be a little dirty on that side. Hopefully this doesn't fall off when I bring it down. Little pressure. And there you are. That might be upside down. There you go. All right, so there's that one. Let me see where I'm going to put these for cleaning. Let me move some stuff over here. Put it up there. All right. So now let's grab some of the leaves. So let's grab this leaf. And let's see if I have a spot here that's a darker green. Let's see, shaded spruce. Ooh, mossy meadow. Here we go. Set that there. There you are. Now you're saying, wait, that didn't stamp, but you can see it's not a closed bottom there. So there's that one. We have a few more leaves. We have this double leaf. And you can see that they really are sticking to this because it is a brand new set. Like I said, I don't even know if I seasoned it well. I did kind of rub my cleaning cloth over it, so hopefully that works out well. So there's that one. There's another, well, this is a flower and leaf, so we're going to do these, go back to the memento on most of the rest of these. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do this smaller flower. I'll go on the back side so I don't have so many blocks. There's that smaller flower. Let's see, here's trying to angle these a little bit so that the ones that get cut out with the dies do have that little bit of an edging left that we all love when we cut out dies. All right, here's this one. I love this. This is a little background look. That, let me bring it up. For like all little flowers for background. All right, I'll give the camera a chance to collect back up. What do we have left? I thought I had just words left, but I don't. I have this one little tiny, where is it? Oh no, that is a letter. All right, so there's the images. So you have 2, 4, 6, 7 images. So we must have 6 greetings. So let's go ahead. Let me grab another. Another piece from the side here for my greetings. This first one is a long one. Oh, did you see that? I lifted up my whole glass. Wedding wishes. Let's grab another one. Go on the opposite side. Oops. You always want to lay them down first before you pick them up. Just so they're more of their natural state, because when you pull, you can actually change how they are. So there's a thinking of you. Let me move. I'm running out of space to put my empty blocks. All right, so we have a little, this will probably be a little crooked, but we have our to and our from. And then just a couple more left. So we had 7 images. We have 6 different greetings. I did that again. So go ahead. This is to the happy couple. And the last one, oh, it's a long one. Let me get another long block. Oh, don't need that long of a block. Let's do this one. All right, you know what? Maybe I will do this one on a completely different scrap. All right, let's do it right here. Holding you in my heart. All right, so those are the stamps. Again, there's 13 stamps. So now some of these are going to cut out with the dies. So let me go ahead and go grab my die cutting machine, and we'll do the ones that cut out the dies first, and then we'll do the extras after that. Let me grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine from over here. Move this a little bit. Oh, that's... Let me put this is what the stamps go back on. Let me put that over there. I put the dies over here. And I dropped my little scraper tool for my plates. All right. I have a lot of little pieces of tape that I use to tag down stuff. All right, so let's start with the biggest one here. So get that flower, line it up. You want it lined up so you see very little edging around all the areas. Move that just a little bit that way. A little bit that way. I think that looks good. Do this so it holds it down. Let's run that through. Oh, hang on. I don't want my... Double check this. I don't want my paper to get caught on the side there. All right, still looks good. There we go. Let's go like this. think this is the first time I'm using the Stampin' Emboss machine since I rearranged my office slash craft room. So I'm sorry about the jiggling. I'll have to get that worked out. All right, I should really cut some of those down or rip those down. That was a lot. All right, so there you have that. Put this, and let me grab one of my magnets. So let's do the next one. Again, we want to get just a little bit of that line all the way around. Let's run this through. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna, before I do this again, I'm gonna rip this because those strips are way too long. Let me get that. There we go. Alright. So there we have that one. Let's see, another one is right here. And I'm going to try to get this lined up without getting my head in the shot. Let me see. I think we can do this one at the same time. I think they're far enough away that they won't interfere too much. Let's see. That's really sticking out. So there it goes. Just making sure I have that border around there again. All right, so let's run these two through. Set that down for now. Oops, took my tape with it. Okay, so here's these two. Oh, let's push this back through. So it looks like I have just a couple more. So I have this one here. Again, getting a little bit of a border all the way around. And then I have this one here. Lining it up. All right. Those two look good. So there's that one. Here's this one. Let me get the tape off of that. So then here's those two. That's upright. All right. And then what we have left now are our builder pieces to make these flowers. So this is the background stamp, and then you have your 6 words. So those are the only ones that don't get cut out with the coordinating dies. Sorry. So let's go ahead. For this, I'm going to grab out, I have over here on the side, I have some Petunia Pop. Let's see, I have some Pretty in Pink. And then for those little, I guess you would call them like stamen-like pieces, I have Early Espresso, it looks like. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's put these 2 big ones down. You know what? Let's just do all the big flowers in the Petunia Pop, and let's do the stamens and all that in the Pretty in Pink. Let's not even use the Early Espresso for right now. All right, so let's do this. I have them spread out enough that we should be okay running them all through at once. It's a little tight there because I do have both of those, and I'm going to go backwards just because there was a little bit of a hesitation on that side, so I just want to make sure that everything got cut out good, and it looks like it did. So let's bring those over, put that back over here. Let's get out, here's my pokey tool. So what you're going to see is these pieces right there that you're poking out are more of like the flower or stamen parts that could be used. So that's the big holes that I'm poking out. We'll bring out those middles, and now I'm going to go into the sides here to bring out the actual flower piece. So there's that one. Same thing here. You poke out the big part. It's going to be those inside flower pieces. Oops, that one I lost. Well, I didn't lost, it's on my floor. So there you have all those little pieces still. Let's poke out the flower. There's that one. And then here's, you have these big center pieces. Let's grab out this. Gotta be careful, see how that, if you just pulled it up, you possibly could lose some of those. But look at that, pretty big flower. And then again, here's the little pokey pieces. All right, and again, let's poke out around the edge. So we want to be bringing that down from the outside so we don't rip off any of those interior petals. And there's that one. Okay, so then let's go ahead. We have all these little other pokey pieces here. You know what? Let me grab, hang on. My son made this for me on his 3D printer. So let's just put all of those in there. And we have the bigger pieces over here. All right, that way at least I can keep those somewhat separated. All right, now we're going to take the Pretty in Pink and we're going to do these like stamen pieces. And those are leaves. So we have 3 different stamen pieces, it looks like. All right, let me put these, oh, they're stuck in there. That off to the side. Get out my pokey tool again. Well, there's one of those pieces. All right, so I'll pick these up in a second so you can see them. All right, put that over there. So here's, and I bent one of those a little over. Here are your 3 like stamen pieces. So let's go ahead, bring this over, put our stamen pieces in here. And last but not least, let me get a piece of green. What do I have? Oh, here. Have some Granny Apple green. All right. So there. And just hang on a second. Sorry, did my head get in the way there? So some of these have these little inside pieces, as you can see, that can also be used. All right, so let me just get these over here so I don't lose those either. So let's show you these pieces and their little inside pieces. All right. Put that over on my chair for right now. So let's put the leaf in, the little inside pieces. All right, so there you have it. All of your stamps and dies cut out. Let's put it like this. How about like that? Hopefully you can all see it. I can see it on my tablet, but I'm not sure exactly because my tablet is a little bit different than how it looks on my phone and on my computer. All right, so there you have it, guys. Your die pieces, your stamps. Again, it's called Simply Beautiful 13-piece stamp set and a 16-piece die set. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Come on back on Sunday and I'll have a few examples made with this card, with this bundle set. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.